Welcome to Skybox Sports News. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Back for the attack. We're bringing you March Madness, the NCAA tournament. We're excited about this tournament. It's going to be exciting, and I'm fired up to bring it to you. All right, folks, but before I start, I want to remind you to make sure you like and subscribe to Skybox Sports News, the best picks on the web. Okay, we're fired up about this NCAA tournament, so let's go ahead and get started with the first four. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got number 11 UCLA versus number 11 St. Bonaventure. UCLA is favored by 3 points, and they will cover. UCLA will cover. Then we have number 11 Arizona State versus Syracuse. Arizona, this is actually an even game, even Steven. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Syracuse. Look for Syracuse to pull that one out. Then at number 16, we got Radford over, favored by 3.5 over the Long Island Brooklyn. I'm taking the 3, and actually, like I said, it's 3.5 points. We're going to they will cover. Radford will cover. Texas Southern is at North Carolina Central. And, Texas Southern is favored by 5, but they will not cover. Go with NC Central at +5. They will upset at +5. Now we're going to start with the South, ladies and gentlemen. We're fired up about this NCAA tournament coming at you live from Skybox Sports News. Virginia is favored by 22.5 points over MD Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Looking here, and they are favored by 22.5, and they will cover. Then we have here number 8 Creighton playing versus Kansas State. Creighton's favored by 1.5 points. They will not cover. I'm taking the 1.5, and I'm going with Kansas State. And we have number 5 Kentucky versus Davidson. And Kentucky is favored by 5.5 points. They will cover. Repeat, will cover. Take Kentucky. Now we've got Arizona versus Buffalo. Arizona's number 4 seed. Buffalo's 13. We're going with number 4. They're favored by 8. They will cover that. When we're at Miami, Florida versus number 11. Number 6 Miami, Florida versus number 11 Loyola Chicago. And I'll tell you what, Maryland's favored by a slim point. They will not cover. I'm going to take the 1 point. I'm going with Loyola Chicago. They will upset. Now we're looking at Tennessee, number 3, versus Wright State, number 14. And Tennessee's favored by 13.5. They will cover. Now we've got Nevada versus Texas. I'm taking Nevada. Nevada is favored by 1.5. They will cover. I'm looking at Cincinnati. Cincinnati versus Georgia. Cincinnati's the number 2 seed. Georgia's the 15th seed. Simple math. Cincinnati is favored by 16, and they will cover. Now we're going to the West. We've got Missouri, number 8, at Florida State. Missouri's favored by 1.5 points. They will cover. Take Missouri. And we have number 5, Ohio State versus SD State. Ohio State is favored by 8.5. I'm going to take those points, and I'm going with SD State. So Ohio State will not cover. Take the upset. SD State at +8.5. It's Gonzaga versus North Carolina Greenboro. I'm going with Gonzaga. They are favored by 11.5 points. They will cover. Now we've got Houston versus San Diego State. Houston is favored by 3.5, and they will cover. Now take Michigan. Michigan is number 3. They're going to be playing against Montana at number 14. Take Michigan. They're favored by 11. Take it. Texas A&M versus Providence. Texas A&M's favored by 4.5. Take them. They will cover. And we have number 2, North Carolina versus Lipscomb. North Carolina's favored by 21 points. They will not, beep, 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 upset alert, will not cover. Take Lipscomb at plus 21. Now we've got the East. Number 8, Virginia Tech is playing versus Alabama. Virginia Tech's favored by 2. Take them. They will cover. We have West Virginia playing at Murray State. They're favored by 9.5. Take Murray State at plus 9.5 for an upset. We have Wichita State versus Marshall. Wichita State is favored by 12 points. They will cover. And we have Florida. Oh, no, we don't have Florida. We have Texas Tech versus SF Austin. Texas Tech will win. They're favored by 12 points. Take them. They will cover. We have Arkansas versus Butler. Arkansas's the underdog. I will take Arkansas at plus 1. So Butler will not cover. Now we have Purdue. They're playing against Fullerton. Purdue is favored by 21 big points, and they will cover. Now we have the Midwest Division. We have number 1 Kansas versus number 16 Pennsylvania. Kansas is favored by 15, and they will cover. We have Seton Hall, number 8 seed versus number 9 seed NC State. NC State, I'm taking them at plus 2. So Seton Hall will not cover. Go with NC State. Clemson, number 5 versus New Mexico State at number 12. Clemson is favored by 4.5, and they will not cover. Go with New Mexico State at 4.5. Then we have Auburn at number 4 versus Charleston. Auburn's favored by 10.5, but I'm taking Charleston at plus 10. This is the upset bracket here. Then we have Michigan State at plus 4. At 14, favored by 14 over Bucknell. And Bucknell is not favored. Michigan's favored by 14.5. They will cover. And we have Rhode Island at Oklahoma. This is an even Steven pick'em game. I'm going with Oklahoma. Then we have Duke at Iona. And Duke is favored by 19.5, and they will cover. And those are your NCAA March Madness picks. Please like and subscribe to Skybox Sports News, the best picks on the web. Out.